how poverty ended on Earth, how pollution ended on Earth, and then the end of the movie is to celebrate the end of war on Earth.
Wouldn't you say that the change of direction was due to the formation of the global government?
Yeah, that's it. See, that's the whole point. See, in the movie, they're talking about the global government as a reality. See, it's there, see? Mm-hmm. And then a year after it has been instituted, there was the end of war.
But, like when I was in the 5th grade at St. James School over in Louisville, they passed around this thing from the United Nations to sign up to be a planetary citizen. Mm-hmm. And I signed up to be a planetary citizen, and since that time, basically, I've thought of myself as a planetary citizen.
Right.
And also a citizen of the U.S., but primarily we're human.
That's it.
And that comes first, actually.
Yeah. I've come up for a whole new Latin term for a human. Is that what we have is a Darwinian definition of ourselves. See, this body is 97% water, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, is that what we are? Bags of water? Is that who we are? Mm-hmm. Is that so? That's what we've learned in this information, that there's a distinction now between who we are and what this body is. So this body is not a primary definition, but a characteristic. However, when you talk about the history of human life on this planet, you go all the way back to the Australopithecines and come up through Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and we're called Homo sapien. See, we're still given a biological definition of ourselves. Well, I think there's we aren't biological beings. We're what scientists call ontological beings, what theologians have called spiritual beings. See, that we're an energy. See, when the energy leaves, this thing's dead, and it rots. All right, now, so like the idea is, what would be a term that would describe us at that level rather than at the biological level? So I came up with the term spiritus incarnatus. We're incarnated spirits.
Uh-huh.
See, so what happens is that you got in the work that I do, I'm talking about there's the mineral level, realm of existence. There's the plant realm of existence. And then there's the animal realm of existence. Mm-hmm. All right, and just like the animals came out of the other systems, well, then now we got a new system here called spiritus incarnatus. See, it's another realm of existence. It's not we're not just apes that know their ABCs. There's a fundamental defining characteristic that we are, that the plants and animals don't have, and that it is the process that the universe is doing. Is in certain planets, this process produces beings that that are like us.
And you speak of the term erisism
right,
as a loyalty to the human
to the
spirit,
earth,
if you will.
Yeah, well, it's like a global patriotism.
Patriotism.
Yeah, see, when you had the creation of the United States, you had some guys who wanted to be loyal to Britain.
Uh-huh.
See, they were called the loyalists. But then you had some guys who wanted to create a new country there. Well, they needed a word to identify them as a national citizen. And so they took this Latin word patria, which is the word country, and created the word patriotism. Mm-hmm. See, and that's what we do from, you go into school and the first thing you do is stand up and swear allegiance to this nation state. See, that we're taught that is our highest level of existence on the planet. Now, I wondered what would be a word that meant world citizen, like you talked about in the 5th grade. Mm-hmm. Is that I was wondering what would be a word that would describe you as a world citizen, and so that the Greek word eraze, E-R-A-Z-E, is etymologically the root, the source of our word earth. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, I coined the word erisism, to describe us as global beings. See, you go see these movies like Star Trek. Mm-hmm. Well, Spock, he's called a Vulcan. He comes from the planet Vulcan. Mm-hmm. Now, he might be a Russian Vulcan. He might be an American Vulcan. Mm-hmm. But his primary identity is that of a world citizen, and so that's the name of the game. Mm-hmm. Years ago in Cleveland. I was doing a presentation up there, and I met a guy who was also a big Buckminster Fuller fan. And he said he was talking to a lady, said that Bucky always carried some chaos in his pocket because he always was shaking up reality and whole 9 yards. He said he's just going to work on experience. So that's the name of the song. That phrase just took me right over. You know, as a songwriter, you hear a line and off you go. All right, so carry some chaos in your pocket. Carry some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. When life becomes stagnant, pull it up, wave around. It'll give you the purpose. New ideas will be found. There's some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. There are times when our lives become terrible bores. The ship of our dreams has wrecked upon some rutted shore. But beyond that box of thought lies much more to be found. Carry some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. Of our lives have several dead ends. Our hopes and our dreams haunted by life's turns and bends. But there's always an exit lead us to higher ground. Carry some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. Carry some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. When life becomes stagnant, pull it out, wave around it. Purpose, new ideas will be found. There's some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down. There's some chaos in your pocket. Don't let life get you down.
All right. All right.
Yeah, that's a fun song.
That's
it's
a
on my
great
CD too.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And where'd the CD go to? My favorite song on the Solar Age CD was the last one.
Oh, For John.
For John. I like that singing. I mean, how many people were singing in there?
Well, bunches. No, I would say bunches, but probably 7 or 8 maybe.
It had a great chorus effect.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Jerry Hopkins was the major producer of that. He's I created the words and the melody and all that, but the sound, a lot of this, I won't say a lot of the sound you hear on that CD is Jerry. I'm not even playing on that CD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I got some guys that never really knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, it's very professionally produced. It sounds, a lot of them sound kind of like what I call rockabilly.
Well, a friend of mine says I write folk, grass, and roll.
Oh boy.
Well, I really want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to be on your shows. It's been fun to share these ideas.
Well, it's been fun having you here. I wonder in our last minute or two how you would summarize the combination of Einstein and Buckminster Fuller there as far as.
Well, the idea is that they have come across with a whole new reality. See, the idea that the world was flat was based upon the thinking of a guy named Ptolemy and systematized by this mathematician Euclid. And then along comes Copernicus, who shows that the world's round, and that was systematized by Galileo. So what you have now is a new reality system based upon the works of Albert Einstein and systematized by Buckminster Fuller. It's a whole new way of looking at reality, and basically we're living our lives out of ideas that are as equal and as true as a world being flat. The world's made out of green cheese. All these things about countries and money and all this other stuff is no longer true. And so that we now have an ability to make a choice and create a life upon a superior base of knowledge and a superior technology. And it begins and ends with us as individuals. And that's the bottom line. They said that even God can't steer a parked car. So I mean, like first you got to decide you're going to move. Now where